Hi everyone, and welcome to Wedding Wednesday, presented by Our Wedding Brand. Today we're going to be discussing when to send out your wedding invitations, as well as how to select your RSVP deadline. Here's an example wedding invitation with a wedding date of August 16th and an RSVP date of July 1st. So you may be wondering how to select your RSVP date for your own wedding. If you'd like to follow along at home, go ahead and grab your wedding planner if you have one that has a calendar built into it. You can just go ahead and mark these dates in your calendar. If you don't, you can also download our blank calendar templates from our website. We'll include the link in our comments section. If you do, go ahead and print them out. What you'll need is about 10 weeks of a calendar. So for this example, our wedding is November 5th. So 10 weeks before then, it just includes September. So print out the month of your wedding and 2 weeks before, just to be safe. What you'll also need is the two important dates for your wedding. So what you need to determine is what your venue and your caterer's deadline is for the total guest count for your wedding. For example, if you're getting married at a hotel, the venue needs to know ahead of time how many people are coming so they can guarantee that there's going to be enough tables and chairs for your wedding. So just contact them and they will give you the deadline. For this example, our venue deadline is October 22nd, which is 2 weeks before our wedding. You'll also want to contact your caterer if you have a separate one from your venue to see when they need to place the final food order. For our example, the caterer needs 3 weeks for the total head count, which is October 15th. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is mark these important dates on our calendar. So again, for the venue is 2 weeks before is October 22nd. So I'm just going to write venue deadline as an important date there. And then I'm also going to mark the caterer date, which is 3 weeks before, as caterer deadline. So now that we have that, we can determine our RSVP date. Now what you don't want to do is put your RSVP date for the day before that your caterer or venue needs the final count. For example, if you put your RSVP date as October 14th and you haven't heard back from some of your guests, you won't be able to give your caterer an accurate number of people that are coming to your wedding. So what you want to do is actually give yourself about 2 weeks of padding that you can use to contact people who haven't responded to your invitation. So what I'm going to do is mark 2 weeks padding, and that will determine our RSVP date. So I'm going to go back 2 weeks, 1, 2, and I like to put RSVP dates on Fridays. So I'm going to select September 30th as our RSVP deadline. So you may put your RSVP deadline as September 30th, but some of your guests may not respond in time. You may receive RSVPs a couple of days late, or maybe just not hear from somebody. So what you need these 2 weeks for is to contact your family and friends who haven't responded and see if they are coming to your wedding. So now that we've determined that our RSVP date, you may be wondering when to send out your invitations. I recommend giving your guests 4 weeks to respond to your invitation. So again, I'm going to go ahead and draw 4 weeks out. So from September 30th, this is going to be 1 week. And on this calendar, September is also here, so I'm going to skip this week. That's 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and 4 weeks. So what you'll want to do is send out your wedding invitations the week before, so August 29th. So I'm going to go ahead and write send out wedding invitations. So that gives your guests 4 full weeks to respond, as well as 2 weeks of padding to get the final number to your caterer as well as your venue. So now you should be able to determine the RSVP date and as well as when to send out your wedding invitations for your own wedding. If you should have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section or visit our website, ourweddingbrand.com. And send us an email. Thanks for following along today, and we hope to see you back next Wednesday.